Today's title is Courage to Surrender. Could you repeat after me? Surrender. Surrender. It is interesting, right? Surrender is usually we use give up in a negative way we use. But those who are familiar with the Christian way of using the word surrender, it is actually totally opposite. To win the battle, you need to surrender first. Well, I will explain to that. The topic I chose today is actually story about Gideon. Gideon. Have you ever heard of Gideon? No. You may be familiar with the Gideon Bible in the hotel. It's the three businessmen 100 years ago inspired by the story of Gideon, and then they started. Because hotel those days was not secure. It's kind of many sinful things happen. So this businessman Christian wants to secure the environment and start giving the free Bible there. But anyway, so that's a side story. I'm sorry, getting long. I need to focus on here. But Gideon is a story like 3,000 years ago. This is a story after I give you a context. Oh, I need to click. But it's okay, yeah. This is a story 3,000 years ago, after the settlement in Canaan, the promised land. After wilderness course, they settled finally in the Canaan, which is a promised land with milk and honey. But it's not the end of their story. It's more challenge came. Actually, Midianites, they came and violated them. 7-year oppression they suffer. What happened is every year when crops are ready to gather, they came and they destroyed all the crops. And then they stole all the livestock. So Israelites are scared 7 years. That was the context of this Bible story. So let me read. The angel of the Lord came and sat down under the oak in Ophrah that belonged to Joash the Abiezrite, where his son Gideon was threshing wheat in a winepress to keep it from the Midianites. So Midianites is the one who oppressed these Israelites. And the threshing wheat in a wine press. Wine press is a wrong place to threshing the wheat, because you want to separate the edible parts of the wheat from the core. I mean, shell. It's the best to do is in a hilltop because wind help to separate them. But he's doing that in a wine press. Wine press is usually lower place, like a cave or this kind of place. Why he's doing that? To keep it from the Midianites. So Gideon is not a really strong warrior. He actually scared and hiding and kind of secretly threshing the wheat. That was Gideon. But what happened to him? When the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Angel called him mighty warrior. He's hiding. And what Gideon said, that is also interesting. "Pardon me, my Lord." Gideon replied, "But if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? Where are all his wonders that our ancestors told us about?" Are you familiar? He's kind of Cain type person, isn't he? Right? Where is? So you can complain actually. Gideon is not just scared person, but also he is complaining basically, right? And the Lord turned to him and said, "Go in the strength you have and save Israel out of Midian's hand. Am I not sending you? But he still also said, pardon me, my Lord. Gideon replied, but how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh. Manasseh is the king's name, Israel. And I am the least in my family. Is that familiar? I'm the weakest in this nation. In my family, I'm the weakest in my family. Why you choose me? Right? The Lord answered, I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites, leaving none alive. Wow. So, this is the Midian. So, God called not the general, mighty general, or warrior, strongest warrior, but someone who's scared and hiding in the wine press. And then God chose him. So thing is that it's applicable to each of us. It is. Sometimes you may feel, I'm not the strongest. I'm not good for this mission or job. You may be scared, right? But God has a different idea. He sees the potential in each of us. He saw the potential in Gideon. So it's not necessary, even in a sense, you don't necessarily be perfect. You can have a weakness as well. But one thing we need to do is surrender to God. Surrender to God. That's the whole point of today's message. Actually, God knows more than you know yourself. So sometimes you may be depressed with how incapable you are. No talent, no heart. Don't worry about it. Just surrender to God. Ask help. Cry out to God. And then God will come and intervene and help you to be successful. So, Gideon surrendered to God. And he complained a lot before, right? He doubts about himself. But actually, after surrender to God, he's totally changed. Even God's strategy was very radical. When Gideon took that position and he called for the Israel soldiers to come, and the 32,000 people, soldiers, gathered. But God said it's interesting. It's too many. So God told Gideon to tell them, if you are scared, go home. And as a result, it became 10,000 soldiers only. So 2/3 of soldiers initially replied and disappeared. And still, God said, too many. Oh my goodness. 10,000 still too many. And God told Gideon to take them to a water place, stream, and have them drink and watch. It was hot and tired, right? If there is a water, you want to drink, right? Many soldiers drink just the water. They forgot everything else. I think that's normal. But some of them, they cup the water and still keep the eyes on the horizon because enemy might come. God says only those people fight against Midianites. As a result, the army become only 300. Can you imagine? 32,000 to 300. Only 1%. But that's what God needed. Gideon is totally united with God. He changed. You see the difference. He complained before, he doubted before. He doesn't doubt anymore. And then actually, this 300 beat Midianites. How? That's also very interesting. It's the strangest battle plan in the history. What God provides them is not the sword or many weapons. 3 things: the torch, the brazier, and the trumpet. That's all. Is it interesting? Yeah, these 3 things, these 300 soldiers, what they did was the torch, right? The hide in the brazier in the midst of night. They approach to the Midianites where they are. And then these 300 approach them in the midnight. And as a Gideon's command, they broke the jar at once. It's a big noise. And this light, blazing light is appeared. 300 blazing points. And then they shout in a unity voice, the sword for Lord and sword for Gideon. They shout at once. And these Midianites got panicked. Eventually they lost them. They were beaten by these 300. That was a story. But it's amazing, like 300. Let's give a big hand to God and also 300 and Gideon. So this is a lesson, everybody. Not by might, but nor by power, but my spirit. What God needed is the space for God can come into them. We oftentimes fight with my thinking, own thinking, and ability. But we forgot sometimes, many times actually, to invite God, make a space for God to come. That's why we need to surrender. It's actually the true mother instructs us in just one word about all I have said. When you offer yourself completely, heaven can work through you. When you offer yourself completely, that's the surrender. You surrender to the Lord. Offer up yourself completely, and the heaven can work through you. So this is what I'd like to mention to you on this first anniversary. Pastor Hebanja lead this community. He poured into his heart and devotion, right? You may feel more soldiers needed, but actually we have enough if we surrender to God. So God is looking for the biggest, not the biggest army, but looking for the most surrendered heart. So our weakness is actually God's opportunity. God can come. We can make a space if you feel weakness in you. And you're honest about it. And invite God. Your pure heart is your greatest weapon in this sense. Your weakness now become a weapon. So, if we offer our life fully given, we can change the world. As a conclusion, a beautiful heart given freely is the beginning of every great miracle. Okay, so that's the message today. Thank you so much. And happy 1-year anniversary of Pastor Hebanja and all of you. God bless you. Okay. So, give me a prayer. Dear most beloved Heavenly Parents and true parents of heaven and earth, and thank you so much today. We are celebrating 1-year anniversary of Pastor Hebanja. Thank you. He's really poured his heart and really sacrificing himself and also family in order to move on and move this community. As we heard, many people really appreciate his efforts. And finding a God, once united with the central figure, Pastor Hebanja. Please bless this community of Chicago. Heavenly Parents, heaven's expectation is great. But as we learned from the story of Gideon today, you didn't choose because of our talent or capability, but because of heart, you choose this Pastor Hebanja and each one of us. Heavenly Parents, I truly hope that we can march forward with a grateful heart and a surrendered heart to you. And many more miracles to come in this community and become twice, 3 times, 4 times larger than where we are today. Thank you so much once again for your abundant blessing. Thank you so much for your trust and special blessing to this each one of us in the Chicago community. I offer this prayer with gratitude in my name, Kazuo Takami, Blessed Central Family, attending Holy Mother Han. Aju.